Cake here from the Emerald Minecart. Welcome to another multi-review. This time I'm reviewing Kamen Gavv episode 17 through 20. Now, I just want to say I'm sorry for my previous review feeling a bit rushed. Like, I was recording it late at night, and I didn't want to redo it all. So I'm sorry. Don't worry, this review and the next review won't be lazy and rushed. That's something I'm trying to work on. So, yeah. Anyways, Kamen Gavv episode 17. This is the episode where we get our third Kamen Rider. This one is the evil Kamen Rider. Obviously, not the first time we have a evil Kamen Rider. It's kind of a staple where, like, sometimes we'll get an evil Kamen Rider, and usually most of the time they'll join up with the side of good. So, yeah. Honestly, I quite like his design. I really do like the yellows and oranges. I quite like those. So yeah, I quite like his design. I also like his human form. There are two looks to his human form. One is where he's in all black and has like this black robe and black hat on, and then one is where like he doesn't have the black hat and the black robe on, and he has like this quite nice looking blue hoodie on, which honestly I quite like. So yeah, this guy's name is Kamen Rider Vlam, Vlam. So yeah, again, I quite like his design. So yeah, uh, yeah. Sorry if I don't really have that much to say about it, but yeah, I quite like this episode. I like the third villain writer. So yeah. So, yeah, I give this episode 6 out of 7 stars. In the teaser for the next episode, more chaos is going to happen. Comrade Vlam is going to be getting his main weapon, which looks to be some sort of bow. So, yeah. Um, speaking of next episode, on to the next episode. Okay, so before I get into anything, I want to go over some things I forgot to mention previously. One of the scenes from the previous episode actually does end up appearing at the beginning of this episode, where Kamar Vlam gets his like morpher and he morphs into Kamar Vlam, this is also the episode where Kamar Vlam is called Kamar Vlam. And I just wanted to mention I find it funny how like he morphs, because like how he morphs is like he inserts his gimmick into his belt, and basically like this pudding cup appears around him, and his belt like lets out like this liquid that fills the pudding cup that leads to him getting his suit. But how it looks like he's pissing. It's really funny. But yeah, I like to mention this episode starts off with the fight of Cover Gavv and Valen versus Kamen Rider Lamb. So yeah, there's that. Also, yeah, another thing I forgot to mention was the fact that in the previous episode we had a bird monster that Kamen Lamb was kind of protecting, I guess. We get to see them again in this episode. Yeah. Their human form is a woman with this red scarf, which, well, what would happen is, like, how she would, like, get people trapped is, like, she would control the wind to blow off her scarf, so someone or a passerby would help her, and then she would capture them. I know I'm explaining sounds really weird and confusing, but that's just tokusatsu for you. But yeah, how Cover Gavv and Cover Valen find the location of the bird monster is once like the bird monster is using like the wind to basically attract people to them. Basically, Cover Gavv has the idea of, hey, how about we ride the wind to get to the monster? And they do that. It's really funny looking. But yeah, it's something we get with Cover of Lamb is we actually get to see that he has a flashback, and a little later when Cover Valen says to Cover of Lamb, he basically says, "Are you one or part of the villain faction, like the Stomach Inc. thing?" And like Comrade Vlam like pauses, like, "Wait, what?" Obviously, this allows Comrade Valen to get a shot into him. But yeah, it's obvious that Comrade Vlam does seem to have a history with Stomach Inc. Which, yes, that is the name of the villain faction. Yes, it does sound like a vor thing. So, yeah. But yeah, honestly, quite like this episode. I still like the design of Comrade Vlam. I also really like the design of his driver. I really do like his bow weapon. Yeah, I give it 6 out of 7 stars. And the teaser for the next episode I'm reviewing basically has Comrade Vlam questioning what he's doing is right, which also kind of surprising because usually it takes a while for like the evil Kamen Rider to turn to the side of good. It usually takes more than a few episodes, but I also quite like it. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, next episode. All right, episode 19. This is actually the episode where we get to learn more information about Kamar Ram. We discover that he had a little brother who eventually fell to the power of the dark treats and was actually killed for it. And Kamar Ram thinks that Kamar Gavv killed his little brother due to him finding out that Kamar Gavv was a part of Stomach Inc. But obviously, Kamar Gavv didn't kill his little brother because, like he said, he doesn't take orders from Stomach Inc., especially since, they did kill his dad and his mom. So, it wouldn't really make sense for him to take orders from Stomach Inc. And Kamar Gavv basically, like, it basically tells him that what you're doing is wrong, and you really need to think about what you're doing because you're hurting more people than actually, wanting to try to avenge your brother or something. So yeah, honestly, yeah, I quite like the more backstory we get for Comrade Vlam. I like that. I liked to know that all the grunties, which are the monsters of the villain faction. Yeah, grunties. Wait, no. But yeah, yeah, I really do like how not all of the members of the villain faction are completely evil. Like, it's shown that, like, Hummer Lamb's little brother was quite nice. So yeah, I like seeing that. I like seeing that, hey, just because they're part of the villain faction doesn't mean they're all evil. So yeah, I quite like that. So yeah, honestly, yeah, because I give this episode 7 out of 7 stars. So you know what that means. That's right, Emerald Seal of Approval. And the teaser for the next episode shows that Comrade Lamb is going to be getting another form. And we're also going to be seeing the main lady of Stomach Inc. fighting against Comrade Gavv and Comrade Vlam, and we also have like some dialogue from Comrade Valen questioning why would Kamen Rider Gavv save Kamen Rider Vlam. Anyways, on to the last episode. Alrighty, now we are at episode 20, and oh boy, things get fucking spicy. Okay, first of all, something. Sorry, that was just my phone. But yeah, something I somehow once again forgot to mention in the earlier part. Comrade Vlan's weapon, that's a bow, it can also turn into a chainsaw scythe. Yes, really. It can turn into a fucking chainsaw scythe, which is really freaking cool. Also in this episode, Comrade Vlam gets a new power up. It's this nice looking pink form that I honestly quite dig the colors. Yeah. This is also the episode where Comrade Valen finally figures out the secret that Comrade Gavv has been hiding. He even punches him square in the jaw over it. It's just, oh my god, this episode just, whew. But yeah, it's just, episode really does contain a lot. The ending, like, it ends on the cliffhanger of, yeah, the cliffhanger is, oh, Comrade Valen punched Comrade Gavin in the jaw. What's going to happen next? So yeah, honestly, for that, another 7 out of 7. Another Emerald Seal of Approval. And the teaser for next episode is where we're going to be getting the actual Evil Ranger, which would be a bitter Gavv. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Quite excited. Obviously, won't have to wait that long. It's coming out on February 2nd. So, yeah. Uh, yeah, hopefully, yeah, for now, this is going to be the last multi-review. Because, again, I want to keep myself on schedule for something. But, yeah. So, anyways, that was it for the video. Make sure you all subscribe, like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!